Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow. And I don't know how many times people need to be told this, but if you watch a show, that means you're watching a show, okay? Look, I was also tempted when I saw how bad this shit show was going. But I waited, I said no, I put my feet down, then I got sent a link and everything was okay. If you weren't sent a link, then you shouldn't have been watching this on HBO Max. But look, at the same time, I get it. They're making so many absurd choices with this show. People are watching it and going like, what the actual fuck? But I want to talk about a couple of things here because we have an article from Bounding into Comics, how Mindy Kaling views the show. She believes she is an icon for young gay women. Like, we'll read through it. But also, I want to clear up some misinformation from, and I don't blame them. They even say right at the start of the video that this is a rumor that's going around. But, you know, people are going to see this. People are going to start running around saying that it's real. I want to clear up exactly what this is because there was an update by somebody that's actually done a review for the show and knows who the character is. But before we begin today, I would like to ask you all, please come on, hit the subscribe button. It's right there. It's literally right there. And while you're down there, it's right next to that, probably the like button. If you can just hit those two buttons, I will stop asking you to do it right now. Okay, so Mindy Kaling claims Velma is an icon for young gay women in promotion of HBO Max's Velma series. I mean, look, I wouldn't want to claim that this is an icon for young gay women because, man, does Velma just come across as absolute trash. Like, on every level, absolute trash. But look, I kind of understand that this is more or less just trying to appeal to that community because I think it was recently they had the Velma movie, or sorry, the movie that had Velma in it, and she was openly attracted to another woman. Then you've had statements, I think from like James Gunn, whoever directed the Scooby-Doo movies, that he originally wanted Velma to be gay, but they wouldn't let him do it at the time. Anyways, this is not a thing that is core to Velma's character. This is a much more modern thing that they've been trying to push and do. And well, actually, let me just say this: if you're going to do an adult version of Scooby-Doo, like I could imagine they're going to make one of the characters gay, and if you're going to make one of them gay, at least let it be Velma and not like Shaggy or Daphne or Freddy. But this show, actually, no, Daphne's gay in it too. So anyways, where was I with this? Look, honestly, I think that this is the type of representation that folks in the LGBT community are not going to want or like. But let's actually read through it and see what she has to say. That HBO Max's Velma series does not stick to the precedent of the source material when adapting Scooby-Doo is cut and dry at this point. However, the animated star Mindy Kaling and her producers believe they are honoring the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon through the sundry changes they made to everything, to which viewers are saying, in a word, jinkies. At a press session at New York Comic Con, Kaling first explained the show is supposed to be scary and is aimed at adults. This is a scary show with murders, she said. I think we've inspired... Well, hold on. I can guarantee this show is not scary. It's not funny. Look, you can do adult Scooby-Doo. You can absolutely do an adult version of Scooby-Doo. This just isn't it. And if you're gonna do an adult version of Scooby-Doo, why would you set it in high school? Like, it just makes no sense. All right. I'm sorry. I saw that and I was like, this is so dumb. Why would you make an adult themed Scooby-Doo right? Like for adults, which would obviously the target would be the kids that grew up watching Scooby-Doo. Man, I watched all the Scooby-Doos. My favorite was probably a pup named Scooby-Doo, if I'm being completely honest. But anyways, look, this is really stupid, okay? This was a really dumb choice because it's leading to a bunch of people saying things like, hey, why are there teenagers in this show fully naked? And why are there scenes in the girls' locker room where they have their clothes off? Because, man, it makes me kind of uncomfortable because I'm sitting there going, like, why did you do that? And again, I've already said this is something that we're seeing in a lot of, like, adult-themed cartoons. There's just a lot of things involving teenagers. I think we've been inspired with a lot more scary teen shows of late, which is why the show is for adults. I mean, it's for adults in the sense that I think it would be inappropriate to have a kid watch this show. But, like, I definitely watched worse as a kid. She also indicated the show was inspired by Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. What? Especially when it came to modernizing and race swapping. What do you mean? She stated, why not make the character Indian? We've been so inspired by it. What do you mean? Miles Morales is not Black Peter Parker. Or at least that's what Marvel keeps telling us. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you were inspired by fucking Miles Morales? That movie, he dies. Peter Parker dies. Miles Morales is the next one up to take the mantle. What do you mean? What do you fucking mean? Like, what the fuck do you mean? Inspired by Into the Spider-Verse. Wow, okay, look, I gotta get back on topic, but this is, I swear, she's gotta be just fucking trolling. She's gotta be just trolling and fucking with people. Like, come on. We've been so inspired by Into the Spider-Verse and seeing these other characters that can embody the spirit of these iconic franchises. Why don't we try that? We love No, you don't. And you're not honoring it. Man, this is such a blatant lie. This is such a blatant lie. Plus, she says that she's inspired by an actually really good film. That has nothing to do with what they're doing here. Kaling went on to reveal why she decided to make Velma Indian. Because Mindy... okay, she's gonna lie again. I love this opportunity I have now to be able to have representation of modern Indian American teens. Yeah, it has nothing to do with her being Indian. Has nothing to do with that, obviously. The character that she is voicing. She doesn't see herself in this role at all. And actually, she's going to actually say that she does. So, like, come on. She continued, there is a lot of representation of Indian American girls in 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s animation. And so what I loved about that character, she's the closest to what I can see. Smart, A student, thick glasses that are always falling off, and skeptical. But in the show, she's a complete idiot. Like, she's an overt complete idiot. She has a lot of these amazing qualities. So as a kid watching the reruns of the original Scooby-Doo, I felt like, man, I really identify with this character. Then why are you so fucking different? Why? Why, Mindy? Why are you so goddamn different? I love that she exists. She's not, like, traditionally gorgeous or anything. She just helps the gang because she's so smart, Kaling explained. But in the show, like, one of the very first things she does is accuse Fred of murder because he's a white guy with a tiny dick. I mean, come on. Come on. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're honoring the show? What do you mean you're honoring the legacy of Scooby-Doo? Velma showrunner Charlie Grandy confirmed the show was also aimed at adults, revealing at New York Comic Con, we always wanted to do it as adult animation. And for me, I loved Scooby-Doo as a kid, but it also scared me. I was... oh my God. I just hate how dishonest these people are. I really do. Because, man, Scooby-Doo was not scary as a kid. The scariest Scooby-Doo got as a kid was when they did Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. And then I think they also had the witch one. But, look, honestly, Zombie Island's probably the scariest when you're a kid. But man, no. No, and that's because they're real zombies. But no, but absolutely not. Why do these people lie? Why do these people think that we can't see through these blatant and obvious lies? I mean, just be honest about what you're doing. Specifically addressing all of the race swapping done in the show, Brandy said the whiteness of the characters didn't feel integral to them, except Fred. Fred just felt like a very white person. Kaling added Fred had to be white. He's the whitest character in the history of the television. And that's why she spends like the episode just completely ripping on him. And then they do the whole thing where he gets his tiny dick shown off to the crowd of people because again, he's the whitest character. So we have to really just degrade and humiliate him instead of him being like the lead for the group. Right? Brandy appeared to also incite the race swapping, specifically of Velma, was done to self-insert Kaling as the character. As reported by UPI, Brandy stated when Mindy came to me and said she wanted to do it, it was because she connected to her because she was this girl who was the smart one who does all the work and doesn't get nearly enough credit. Why does Mindy Kaling relate to any of that? This is the complete opposite of her character, of her story. Like Mindy Kaling hasn't done shit. God damn. I think the only thing I know this woman from is The Office, and that's a scripted show, right? She's not writing any of those fucking jokes. And even then, she was a minor character, and not all of it was that funny. However, he would then claim they didn't decide to race swap character until later on in the production. It wasn't until I don't really know what to say here. Obviously, that's not true. Like, obviously, you did it because you wanted to self-insert Mindy Kaling because it's Mindy Kaling doing the voice. It's Mindy Kaling, guys. And then you turn around and say, well, actually, that was a decision we decided much later, much further down the road. Shut up. Kaling also indicated the reasons they are describing the show as aimed at adults is due to the situations they put the teenage characters in. It's really just the situations that they're in because it's geared towards adults. We could be more like teens who are 15, 16, or 17. What are those sorts of urges which you could... Come on. Like, just make this... Put them in fucking college. How hard is that? And then they have more free time to go on fucking adventures. Except they don't do that in this show. They all seem to hate each other. Except Velma and Daphne. They have a literal love-hate relationship. To that end, Kaling claimed that Velma is an icon for gay women. Velma's self-discovery is a really big part of the series. We don't want to ignore that she's an icon for young gay women, and I think that's really interesting. Why is Velma an icon for young gay women? Because we've had one movie where they've made her a lesbian and what, 60 years of history where she's not gay? I mean, how is that? Like, you can, because there are actual gay women in media that you could point to. Why Velma? Why fucking Velma? These people are so dumb. I swear. Kaling went on to indicate she's received significant support from Warner Brothers to push this on Velma. Not everyone would necessarily feel comfortable doing this, and we feel so lucky that Warner Bros. Animation was open to this. Well, I think that they made a terrible mistake. But hey, it's their company. If they want to burn things to the ground around them, you go for it, guys. I am really reconsidering my subscription to the service because, let's be honest, I think The Last of Us is the only thing that I was interested in watching. And once that's over, do I really need to be stuck around for this shit? Finally, Grandy revealed one of the goals of the show is to provide origins to a number of iconic phrases and even the names of the character, he said. The fun of the show has really been taking the iconic pieces, either by saying or the sweater, and trying to give origins to all those and imbue them with meaning. Why does Velma say Jinkies? Why? When did Norville become Shaggy? I think I'm done reading this article, but before I move on to the next thing, I have to say, I don't know why people think we need an origin for the most minute of things. Like, look, I don't care why Shaggy was called Shaggy, because he's just Shaggy. In fact, it was a shock to me that his name was actually Norville much later on. And guess what? We have a reason for it. He doesn't like being called Norville. He likes being called Shaggy. There you go. That's why. I guess you could do a whole elongated backstory about it, but let's be honest, this show is not going to do that. Oh man, oh fucking man, and also, I don't care why Velma says Chinkies. She just says Chinkies. It's who her character is. I don't need like a whole long build up to why Chinkies became a thing. Was it the first girl she kissed? Well, no, it was Daphne, right? Was it the first woman she ever truly fell in love with, said Jinkies to her, and then whenever she says Jinkies, I don't care! This is stupid! This is so stupid. Okay, moving on to stupid things, though. This is from Comic Lover Mari on Twitter. Good news, guys. That girl name isn't Scooby. It's Gigi or Gigi or Gigi. Sorry about that. Someone told me it was legit or some shit and caused me to panic. So again, this is somebody who said they actually reviewed the show. They know that this was not this character is not Scooby. I don't know where this whole thing came from, but it seems like somebody is just trying to rile people up. They found an image of a character with Shaggy on a date eating food, and they're like, look who Scooby is, right? I don't think that they have any interest in showing us the talking dog because, right, guys, this is an adult show for adults. And talking dogs are stupid for stupid. Like, I mean, come on. Again, I think that this got a lot of people, but it's clearly fake. It's not true. I appreciate Clownfish TV at the start of their video clarifying that this is just a rumor that's being spread around. But guys, don't post this to Twitter, because here's the thing. People will see that and go, no way they did that, and then go tune in and watch the fucking episode. Okay? Don't spread misinformation like this. It actually literally hurts more than it helps. Anyways, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section below. This has been an interesting situation with this show so far.